It's Rob!
Tony!
We're in gaming!
And that's you!
Hello gamers and welcome back to the inn. I'm Rob, of course, or Warshack if you want to call me by my in-game name. Today we're going to go to rank 3 to 2, or from 3 to 2 in this Road to Legend episode. It is the 29th, 30th of the month. We have until tomorrow to reach Legend, so if I do, that's dandy. If I don't, that's okay in my opinion. We'll reach it next month. This month, honestly, I was not grinding as hard as I should, nor felt the, like, normally when we go hit Legend, we want to hit Legend, right? Like, we have that Legend goal in mind. We're like, we're gonna hit Legend this month, it's gonna be great, and then we're gonna do good stuff. This month I was like, I don't really have the push. I just don't have it, guys. So if we do, we do. We don't, we don't. I'll try. Don't get me wrong. We're gonna try. But you know, worst case scenario, we'll get it next month. Maybe I feel it brewing up for next month. It's not. It hasn't hit the brew point yet. It's like simmering. It's a slight simmer. It's not really a boil yet. So we'll see what happens. We're going against another warrior in our opening game of the video, which is not exactly what I want to do at 7:30 in the morning, is play against another control warrior. So we can hope our hand is actually perfect against control warrior, in the sense of that we have Elise and Justicar. But I would almost prefer to go against an aggro warrior or a tempo warrior, just for the fact that it's a quicker game. And yeah, so hopefully the mic and everything is working how it should be. Hopefully it is. It's a new mic, guys. If you noticed, check it out. I know we've mentioned it in quite a few videos, and you've seen Tony use it in quite a few of his videos, as his videos have come out prior to these. But okay, so it looks like it's going to either be Dragon Warrior and or Tempo Warrior. So this is good. I don't mind this at all. Nothing really to do on turn 1. Obviously, we're looking for Axe in this point, but not having it, I guess, is okay. The problem is just Elise, Trueheart, and Brawl are way too slow for this. Like, it is not gonna turn out. He needs like a priest hero power right now. Just not Hunter, not Warlock. I guess he could have Warlock instead of Hunter, but Hunter is absolutely bad. All right, so Warlock is, it's better at least for us than him getting the straight up Hunter passive, that wombo combo. So we'll go ahead and slam the Murgleton. Hopefully we'll get a card that we can use. Unfortunately we can't. We'll just end our turn. We do have the Harrison in here, so when he plays the Arcane Reaper on 5, we can hope that we are going to be able to kill it, because he's going to definitely upgrade that. But yeah, really slow start from us. Ravaging Ghoul is pretty good right here, no doubt. Kills both of his creatures. Going on turn 4, he doesn't have coins, so he can't coin into Reaper, but he can equip like the War Axe and then play the Bloodscale Corsair. Or he could just be going with the Dragon Warrior and just have a really slow start. We're going to definitely coin into the Trueheart though on 5. So if he swings into here, I guess he could play the Horse Rider with the Divine Shield. Actually, no, he just went face with it. Okay. So we'll go Elise, and the next turn we're coining into Trueheart, and then we'll start doing our tank up. We do have 1 shield block. We run 2 in the deck. So essentially we do have like some burst armor potential. He hasn't played any Korkrons yet. So he has the Corruptor in his hand. Okie dokie. So theoretically right here we could go Shield Slam, Shield Bash. If we swing into, let's say we play the Trueheart, the problem with the Trueheart is the fact that he can make this trade, and then we don't have a way to deal 1 damage to that unless we want to Revenge. But the Revenge really isn't too bad, so I think coining into the Trueheart here is fine. We'll just go face. We know he's playing a faster version of the Dragon Warrior due to the fact that he ran Murgleton and the Pirate. Or the, what is it called? The 1/1 for 1, summon a Rusty Hook. So the champion to kill the 6/3, the Korkron to go face, and then the 5/4 into the 3/5. Okay. Okay, so what I see here is probably the Revenge Brave combination. I don't really see a real reason to do anything else. It brings this guy to 2 HP, so then he gets canceled out with our Brave, and then it also killed the 5/1. I wish we could have maybe used Revenge when we were below for our 12 HP, but we have the tank up, so I doubt we're going to get the true value from there. I'm also hoping at the end of the, because we're at the last day of the season, everybody's kind of like playing Zoo and, you know, Shaman and a whole bunch of aggro decks, because Control Warrior versus aggro decks just makes me so happy. So he's going to go ahead and execute swing face for 4 again, and maybe tap last. No, he's just going to equip the weapon, hit face for 7, putting us at 13. Unfortunately, our revenge still cannot trigger. Alright, so I guess we will shield block. Another brawl. Wow. So I guess we're just going to revenge tank up. There's really no point to shield slam this 3-2. For the time being, that is. I can see maybe a Hell Scream here, to be completely honest. And then we would probably... if he plays... Oh gosh, a rag. That's an issue. We might have to brawl and hope to God that just rag loses this. Because we don't have a good way to proc the execute. I guess if we draw a Taskmaster, that's a decent way. Map's good. We also could shield block passive. That's 5. This would be 6, and then 7, 8. So we actually could map here. Let's draw first. All right. And then we know we're doing this. And then we know we're doing this. And then we have nothing else to do, so then we map. We could have mapped prior, but drawing into the monkey isn't really what I want to do. Harrison's really key here. I don't think it would have changed anything. So hopefully he equips. He's used only 1 War Axe, so he could have he could run the Reaper, but I don't think he runs Reaper. I think he definitely is double War Axe kind of guy. Definitely not Gorehowl. That's not what you'd run. Oh wow, what does this weapon give him? The 2/2 Lance. Okay, so Harrison will get some value here. We need a way to kill this 6/5 though. Sylvanas not exactly the way we were looking for. Let's Harrison and see what happens. Oh man. So he has 9 damage right now. If we could go monkey, put that 6 taunt in the way, but then we can't execute anything. We can't execute this 3/2 and then play the monkey. And if he plays, let's say like a Hell Scream here, we're so fucked. But he's already played 2 sizable creatures, so he's got Varian left and maybe the Hell Scream. He's got 16 cards in his deck. We definitely need to tank up. So if we execute the 3/2 and then he has a way to deal with this, that's really bad. If we play the monkey, we have no ability to kill creatures. We're all basing it off the... Yeah, so I think we're just going to have to execute this. Tank up. Tank up is very important. I mean, even if he has Hell Scream and the ability to trigger Hell Scream, yeah. So he's going to play Hell Scream here. He's going to Inner Rage it or Blood to Icor. And then he's just going to swing face for 16. So I guess, theoretically, if we would have played monkey there, it could have, you know, made us survive. But the problem with playing monkey is then he still has a field of a 10-8 and a 6-5. So, and then we have to hope that maybe our creature we get out of the monkey is like Ice Howl. So the Ice Howl can attack right away. And then we trade into the 6-3. And then we still don't have a way to armor up because Ice Howl costs too much. So I'm gonna say that our opening hand was fucking shit. Our opening hand was absolute trash. Against that is like a very aggressive base deck like him. We didn't even get any bashes. But either way, can't win them all. We were on a quite a big win streak. We went from rank 4 to 3, and then we were what 3 stars into 3 without any losses as well. All right, so I'm gonna make the assumption that this is Zoo. Slam's fine. I don't mind the Alkali of Pain, but it's just so slow. We need War Axe, so we're gonna just put that back and hope we get a War Axe. No War Axe, but there's still a little bit, you know, at least we have cards to play early on. We're not focused on coining out a True Heart, which in essence did nothing that game. So not too bad. So I don't mind the coin Taskmaster here at all, because we have a 2-drop to follow up into a 3-drop into a 4-drop. So the only weakness here, I suppose, would be like Abusive Sergeant. He trades the 2/2, and then he has to play another 1/1, or unless he floats 1 mana. So Squire and the Abusive, or just Squire. Okay, this is fun. So we can actually slam one of these Squires, or we can use our passive and just go that way. But it doesn't set up for a decent Ravaging Ghoul. And then we will, I guess we could knock off the other, but then, if we attack into this, it's still, yeah, I guess we can attack into this. Just because we have Ravaging Ghoul, and we're definitely not just going to shield block. So he's probably going to Knife Juggler. He's going to make the trade here. So if we would have killed that, he would have made a trade with his Divine Shield, and it would have worked out theoretically the same way. If we go shield block, he might Google Ad Octopops, but the problem is if he doesn't, like, the problem is we play Ravaging Ghoul now, right? Next turn he uses, yeah, I think we just go shield block and see what he does. But then we float one. Either way we're floating. No, we don't float one. Next turn we float one if we don't do that. I guess this is okay. We're just gonna hope he doesn't have the ritual card. If he has the ritual card, we should have blocked. Yeah, that's why I didn't want to do it. Forbidden Ritual. So it looks like all 3 pings hit the creature, which is really bad. Like that's all 4 pings hit the creature. That's like one of the worst things that could have happened. All right, so now we'll just play the Brave, and hopefully he doesn't have the unstay or the Power Overwhelming. So the thing is, I wanted to shield block, and then he would have opened up with this this on the ritual anyway, because he saw that I didn't use Ghoul the turn prior, but I didn't really expect him to have it, or if he had it, he might have not used it. But I suppose on an open board, this is fine for him. But either way, we had the Brawl. Oh, sorry guys, I didn't mean to hit the mic. So it's not like we didn't. It's not that we didn't see it coming. It's that we chose not to play around that specific set of cards. Okay. So if he can Power Overwhelming here, that makes for a fair trade. No Power Overwhelming, so he's going to have to sack quite a few creatures, at least 3. This is really good for us. And then we can just plop down another Brave, I suppose. Or we could go Pain into the Armor Up, but I kind of like Brave, to be honest. The Brave, we've shown that he does not have the Power Overwhelming, which means that if we play another Brave, he currently does not have the ability to kill it, unless he puts a Dire Wolf in between his 2 creatures. But he still has a tap open, so that's always a possibility. And again, guys, sorry, I'm just so monotoned, or not as excited as normal. It's just weird. I'm out of it. It is early. I'm tired. I don't feel well. That's really strange. Normally, like if here, let's see what we're gonna do this turn, and then I'll explain on. I guess we could Brawl here, but that just feels really bad. If we just Sylvanas here, and then he goes face for what, 7, 8, that's 9. That's quite a bit of damage. If we Brawl and this lives, we still don't have a great way to get rid of that. We could shield block. We could swing into here, shield block, draw a card, and that still kind of puts us in the same boat. He can do, again, 7, 8, 9, so he would need 8 damage with 2 cards, so he'd like double Power Overwhelming, but we do have the block, so I guess we can play Sylvanas here and just hope he doesn't draw into 8 damage. Leroy, Abusive Sergeant, does it as well. Please don't draw into 8 damage, man. Wolf, okay. Alright, I can deal with this. That's pretty nasty. Unfortunately, it clears his whole board, though. So if we don't use... Well, either we could Brawl this, too. And then we just... I guess Brawl is okay. Because there's, like, no bad way to Brawl. If we use this, hit weapon into here, hit this into here, our creature still lives. So we just go face, we Brawl, and then we Armor Up. And then if we get the Doom Guard, we can attack again. No Doom Guard, we got the worst creature possible. Alright, I think this is going to dictate how well our day is going to be, due to the fact that, like, Abusive Sergeant out of everything, man. Feels bad. So this upcoming turn is going to be shield block just to get out of the Leroy Jenkins sort of Power Overwhelming shenanigans. Normally we'd just Hellscream if we were playing against a normal class. We're definitely just going to revenge this as well, unless we draw Unstable Ghoul, which we didn't. So this is going to go face. We know we're revenging no matter what. So we're going to shield block first just to see what we get. War Axe isn't bad. We know we're revenging. And then from there, we can go equip War Axe, we can go Armor Up, or we can go Alkalite of Pain. I like the Alkalite of Pain. We're at a decent amount of health now, so we're not so scared of him bursting us down. He's already used 1 Doom Guard. No Power Overwhelmings, though, so we have to keep that in mind. There's the Void Walker, which we can use this to attack into once. There's 2 Void Walkers, and then it looks like a Doom Guard face. So Doom Guard face for 5 is that's a hefty price to pay. So hopefully we can draw into, and I guess an Execute would do well. Not really what I'm looking for here. So I guess we swing into here. Well, first we Taskmaster, right? And then we can actually kill one of those off. Brawl is an option here. Brawl is definitely an option. So we use this and this. This only doesn't kill that, so that's a problem. If we kill this, it's a higher chance that Doomguard actually lives. So theoretically, in the case that we would have drawn Brawl, we would have attacked with the Alkalite first, because then we get 2 draws from the Alkalite. But now we actually only get 1 because we can't attack into one of these because it's a higher chance that the Doomguard lives. The Doomguard cannot live here. It is the one card that cannot live. Okay. So it looks like the Alkalite lived. So we'll swing face. Currently we're at 8. So we're just gonna use our armor up again. We're gonna try again to kind of beef our armor back up. He's already used 2 Doom Guards. Again, Leroy, Power Overwhelming, kills us. But if not, we can win next turn with Hellscream. Okay. So it looks like we're gonna be able to pull off a win here. I was in the midst of saying something earlier, and then I got sidetracked. What was I saying about playing? Totally forgot. About exciting, being tired. Oh, not feeling well. So I don't get sick often, right? Like, there's some people that get sick, you know, all the time. It's like minor sicknesses. But then you got the people who don't really get sick, but when they do get sick, all hell breaks loose. We're talking like feels like death, looks like death, can't stand, can't walk, can't communicate, can't think, just lays there, just like, and then you're just like, you're there for like, you know, at least a week. You're down for a week, man. You're not getting back up. And then do we keep Bash? I almost want to get rid of Bash and just look for the War Axe. He's probably playing Zoo again. We're just going to go for the War Axe here, guys. Even though Bash is good, it's just without coin. Yeah, buddy. But anyway, so hopefully we're just not getting sick. Hopefully it's just like, you know, just one of those casual, just not feel well for a couple days, and then you bounce back. That's probably also why the reason I don't have the urge to hit Legend. It's just you just feel like death. I just don't feel good. But we're gonna do what it takes. We'll play, what is it? It's 8:30 right now. I have at least, I want to say 6 hours to try to grind this out. That sounds like a lot of time, guys, but it's really not. So we could go shield block here. All right, so shield block, and then next turn Brave. Or we just bash the 1/3, which doesn't feel good. Or we bash the Imp Gang Boss, signifying that we have the Unstable Ghoul follow-up, but then he coins in Defender, but he coined into the Ghoul. So I think bashing this is good. And now he knows we have Unstable Ghoul next turn, which means he's not going to play any 1 HP creatures. But we can throw out the Oops. So it pretends like, oh no. Alright, so an Execute is the best card we could draw right here, because then we'd Ravaging Ghoul execute off the Councilman. Another shield block. So either way, we're throwing this guy out there. I was hoping that he would maybe play some other cards that we could benefit from, but the Councilman's gonna be, we're taking it. The Councilman's gonna have at least 5 attack this turn. Maybe not. I did not see him tapping here. His hand was already fairly big. I was expecting at least two 1 drops, maybe a 2 drop in there, or a googly eyed Octopops. I expected something else. Again, drawing Execute is key. No Execute, but we do have the Slam, which is pretty good. We also could go Harrison Jones, because the Harrison Jones kind of combats the Councilman, or we can just go slam the Dire Wolf, shield block, and then slam the Dire Wolf, but then we don't play a creature that deals with this Councilman. But if we play the Harrison Jones, then he Abusive Sergeants his Wolf, makes the trade here, and we've done nothing. So I think we shield block first. Shield slam, True Heart. Not exactly what we were looking for. So if we slam this, we have to, well, if we slam this and we draw into a Brawl, that's fine too. We slam the Wolf, we get nothing. The Wolf is only giving +1 attack right now, so I guess we slam this and hopefully we draw into, fuck. We're just not getting anything, guys. We have all creatures in our hand. Normally this would be okay sometimes, but this is just not good. I guess what's good here? We know we're gonna have no armor next turn. I guess.
The light protects me.
Yeah, I don't know what's gonna. We need like an Execute was key, like an Execute or Shield Slam. All right, so we'll just play Brave and armor up. There's no other play. We could go shield block and look for something, but then we choose to develop nothing yet again, which isn't an option here. Like, when you get hands like this, there's just not much you can do. Like, when you just don't have options. It's not like, oh, we got outplayed because we didn't think of something. No, there's just literally nothing to play. Like, we have nothing. So, at this point, even Brawl is good. The fact that he is a fucking councilman that's lived since turn 3. Like, Shield Slam is a card that we can utilize here because we can kill the councilman. Taskmaster. I mean, it feels bad using this onto here, but we don't, there's no other option. And then we use our wolf to kill off his. Because that essentially gives, it had 3 attack, and then the 2 creatures 1 each. So that was 5 damage we took off the table. So he's going to make the trade there. I see a Mortal Coil if he makes that trade, yeah. Mortal Coil is a recent addition into the Zoo deck for some players. It's a good card, no doubt. So depending on what he does here, if we draw like a Brawl, oh man. What could we draw here? He's 17 damage. Do we see him execute? So I guess we just go Hellscream into 3/4, and then we hope he doesn't have 17 burst. He has got what, 6 on the field right now, so he needs 11 damage. So double power, overwhelming, abusive. Any charge card like Leroy, power, overwhelming, abusive. There's a power, overwhelming. It looks like he's attacking Hellscream, which is good. And then maybe we can play Sagoth, and that'll take a beating for a little bit, and then we can passive True Heart passive and bring this back. Also, if he gets us below 12, that's pretty good, because then our Revenge can do some work if we draw it. Right now, he's thinking of whether or not to go face Sea Giant, so Brawl. Revenge is key right here. Yeah, Revenge so we can proc the Execute onto the 8/8. Sylvanas doesn't really do it. There's no way to deal damage to the Sea Giant to kill it. Just Scar True Heart does nothing, so we just have to Slither, and hopefully it takes the Brood of the hit. But yeah, no proccing cards for Execute feels bad. Fucking Brave, Harrison, True Heart, all you guys are useless. You're useless! He used 1 power overwhelming, so we could hope maybe he doesn't have the second one. He's only 1 damage off from killing this Sagoth with the Sea Giant, but then that allows us to use the Execute. But then still, it's just not a good position. We need to draw into Revenge. Revenge or Brawl. Even at that point now, oh, you didn't get the +4/4 with the Seeker. That's very strange that he wouldn't just play another creature to get the 5/5. Alright, so Revenge here will bring us back. Alright, we still have another chance to draw Revenge. Or we could choose not to draw and just Execute and then just start armoring up. But that's not the winning play. Well, what is the chances that the next card's Revenge? I mean, even if it's Ghoul, that's good, right? So... oh my god. I think that might be game here. I don't see why 10 damage. Well, he has to effectively get past 16 damage, but he already has 6, 7 on the 7 on the field, so he needs an additional. Yeah, it's really not that much. He's already used, what is this, 10 cards to my 13. Somehow we're because we drew both shield blocks, so that's how we're keeping up with the draw. But come on. I'm thinking, what else could we put? Or is this just like a bad... like, we haven't... no Ghoul, no Revenge, no Brawl. That's 6 cards out of the 13. That's a lot of cards. Like, even a Brawl here. He has to be like, is this guy been holding Brawl this entire game? He's like, this guy is like the longest Brawl holder I've ever seen. So, I guess Brawl is fine, Revenge is even okay, but Revenge doesn't kill the Imp Gang boss. So, it's even Brawl is not even that great anymore. So, we're taking 2. So, even, yeah, this doesn't even feel that great anymore. So, I guess we just tank up Party. I don't think this is going to be enough. He has to have Burst. Like, he has 5, 7... He needs 6 damage. Power Overwhelming Abusive does it. Leroy Jenkins does it. There's no way. Yeah, there's just no way. We've played this out long enough with him not having the burst. Like, he has to win this game. There was no, like, we had 12 cards left, and 6 of them are the cards that we need against Zoo to do well. Like, that was just painful to sit through. That was painful. I'm trying to think of what we would change in the deck, but everything is needed. Like, the Braves, they're good. Not against Hunters, but then we're not going against Hunters. We haven't played a Hunter all today. If we go against a Hunter now, we might change the Brave out. So a Shaman. So we'll see how this goes. But win one, lose one is where we're sitting at today, boys. Isn't that funny that we drew War Axe, Revenge, and Brawl at the opening of this game when any of those cards would have been helpful last game? So definitely probably just going to put away, well, keeping the Brave doesn't even feel that bad. Because we have the War Axe in our hand. Anything is possible when you have the War Axe in your hand. We also didn't draw War Axe last game. It's one of the cards that we did not get. Wow, 2 War Axes. Look under your seat, everybody. A War Axe for you and a War Axe for you. Everybody gets a War Axe. Due to the fact that we have 2, we're just going to go ahead and swingy. I would have never killed a healing totem with a War Axe if we had 1, but the fact that we have 2, it's kind of hard not to want to. I guess we could have held it, but it's fine. So what is he going to play? Tunnel Trog, Totem Golem here. And we kill off the Tunnel Trog. We coin into Brave, I suppose. Totemic into Please, and nothing crazy. Taunt Totem's good, though. That's annoying. So if we play the Acolyte, it just dies to this shit. If we play the Ghoul, it can't get through the Taunt. So I guess we coin into the Brave. Wow. I guess it's better than a totem. Actually, even a Totem Golem, I mean, don't get me wrong, Totem Golem's bad. But the Taunt Totem worked out very well with the situation that we were in ourselves at that particular situation. Like, with our current hand and the fact that he got a Taunt Totem. Didn't work out. So a Rock Biter weapon, this is very practical. Good for us, though, because that's part of his huge burst combo with Doomhammer. So this is good that he was able to, or we were able to kind of get that out of the way. Gonna swing into one of these guys. So the option here is to like re-equip weapon passive, but the problem is we already attacked with our weapon, right? So there's no point to play it again. So we're gonna use the mana to develop a Pain, which means we're gonna draw at least 2 cards because he can't kill it right off the bat unless he like lightning bolts it, or if he flame totems. But effectively we saved 4 damage here because he swung into with his creature, and we drew 1 card still. So what I see here is we can War Axe and like swing into this, and that just feels really bad. We can shield block, kill this, but it doesn't kill creatures, or we could go ahead and Revenge and then do the Ghoul, and it kills both these creatures and puts his Flame Tongue at 1, which means if we draw into a Taskmaster, we can kill it, and also just gets rid of his board. We're not using Revenge anytime soon, and the Ravaging Ghoul puts a creature on board that kind of threatens that flame. So he's going to use the second Rockbiter, which means all of his Doomhammer burst is gone. But little does he know we have the War Axe to kind of kill the totem. So as long as he doesn't get a Taunt Totem right here, we're okie dokies. Or another Spirits. Ah, the Mana Tide Totem. Wow, that makes it really... Okay, so it looks like we're going to be using our Shield Slam this turn. So we go War Axe, Armor Up, Shield Slam, swing. The reason being is we had to, yeah, I'm not going to explain that. You guys understood what happened. Next turn is most likely going to be Shield Block, Elise. And the reason we're not playing Justicar is because we can't passive when she comes out right away, which is effectively only playing a 6/3 that dies to a Lightning Bolt. And actually, that's a lot right now. So Brawl, this is actually a decent Brawl board if we draw that. Okay. So I don't mind brawling this out. Okay. We definitely armor upping. The question is, do we kill the healing totem? And I don't think we do. The only punishments that can be made right now is if he Thunder Bluff Valiance, and then we should have killed the healing totem. But the fact that he used his passive first shows that he's not going to do that. Okay. So now we can go ahead, True Heart, swing into his Flame Juggler, take the 1 extra armor, and then tank up. The reason being is we have more armor this way. Armor is more valuable than HP. And then it's going to be a pretty rough game for him. The fact that we now have the tank up. He doesn't really have anything huge on the board. We've got the double blocks for Brawl. We've got the double blocks to draw. We've got Elise for super late game. It's not going to come to the Elise. That's only like in the Warrior versus Warrior matchup. Or maybe the Priest matchup. Tunnel Trog, that's basically going to get bashed depending on if we draw the other. Oh, we already used both War Axes, so I don't think that's going to happen. So this is 6, and then that would be enough. So I guess we don't even have to use this. We just put that in our deck. We hit that, and then we tank up. There's no reason to shield block yet. I just value just using our passive. Because we shield block, then we don't use their passive. So it's just better to do this. Because we can shield block for explosive armor or explosive armor games. We also can use it to pull off the shield block, like, and then kill the 7/7. So he has the Valiant, which is huge because now he's going to get a ton of value. So drawing into another Brawl is pretty key. Drawing into an Execute's good. Drawing into a Shield Slam's good. Drawing into anything that allows us to kill this is good. If this lives more than 2 turns, we lose. But we have a good amount of draw here, so theoretically we should be able to kill it. So right now he's thinking, what do I do? Do I kill off my totems to kill Elise, or do I leave Elise alive and go face? I can see him making the trades into Elise just because he does not want his Thunder Bluff to die. But I mean, again, if we just need anything to kill it. I almost like the Sylvanas armor up here. It puts him in an awkward situation. Again, we could have shield blocked, but we don't need to. We can again save that for draw later on. Just using that 4 armor a turn is a lot. Like gaining 1 more armor and drawing a card, I guess is, oh god. This in fact could be bad. So they're gonna get +4 attack each, which means he can, if he makes the trade with the 6/2, oh Hex, oh my god. Holy shit, this just went from like being not so bad to like really bad really fucking quickly. If I lose to this shit, I'm gonna actually be pretty fucking upset. So if we this costs more than this, and this is still a draw card, so I really don't mind using this because it's basically still the same thing as the shield block. All right, so now we shield block and we look for Brawl, right? Or if we play this and this just dies to one of those, Revenge doesn't do anything. So yeah, we have to shield block and look for Brawl. Slither doesn't do anything. If we play this again, it just dies to one of those. So do we just shield block again? Because we're taking, oh my, that's 10, 10. 8, that's 28. Yeah, we have to play this and do this. Oh, we can't. But it still effectively absorbs more damage this way. Because we only gained 4 armor before. Or we shield block. That was 4. I guess we could have, that would have been 9. Whatever. This is bullshit either way. We already used 1 Revenge, so we can't even like double Revenge to almost clear board. So he's gonna swing his 8/2, and then that's 26 damage. So we're gonna be put at like 5 or something silly like that. So like if we Brawl, the 5/1 totem has to live. That's basically what this comes down to. Yeah. What a game, right? Alright, so we're going to call this here, and we will start back up in the next Road to Legend episode. Losing like that is just so fucking brutal. Like, come on, game. Give me a break. Anyway, as always, guys, I'm Warshack, and happy whatever the hell day it is.